Nico. What's up, Nico? How you doing?
Okay, calm down now.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, Timba is here. He survived. Yes, despite having diabetes type 1, he is fine. Kind of. He's not out of the woods yet. The vet says that he still has kidney problems, but if he eats the food that he doesn't like to eat, he'll be able to save himself.
Yeah, but he's been eating a lot more than he has been, so
that's good. Yes,
he's in a better position than he had been before.
He eats a lot of ham, sausage,
boiled chicken.
He doesn't like broccoli.
Nobody does.
I do. I like broccoli. I have to. I like broccoli. I like cauliflower. I like everything. But no, I don't like kale.
You don't like yourself. No.
You're gonna keep laughing. All right. Since last time it was my rambling, minus the interlude where we talked about Timba and his situation and why we weren't doing an episode. Nico, it's Nico's turn to decide what we talk about.
Okay.
All right, everybody, listen up.
So,
yeah,
people discuss things at certain points in their life about topics.
Yeah.
So I figured, how about instead of discussing the topics themselves, we discuss the discussion.
Absolutely.
OP. So we get to actually never
does that stand for?
Overpowered.
Okay.
So we get to actually discuss things without actually forming our own opinion, therefore cannot be put into a box and be criticized for our opinion. It is the best strategy to have no backlash.
Putin is OP.
Yeah, that's an opinion.
Exactly. Shut me down really quickly. You idiot. Come on. All right.
Okay, so I was thinking we can open this up with discussing a certain topic that came over. I don't know when it started up. You know, the Kanye West Trump thing?
No.
No?
Explain it to me. Which conveniently explains to the guest who doesn't know, but it explains to me too, because I don't watch the news. People don't watch the news.
You don't watch Twitter?
No.
So essentially, Kanye West, okay, said some things on Twitter that would suggest that he is in support of Trump. Now, he's not necessarily like a full-blown Trump supporter. He hasn't really specified certain things he supported, but he did say he supported them.
He's more than that species.
Yeah. He also said he was a independent thinker of sorts, and he also says he doesn't follow the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got a ton of backlash for this. And I feel like it's ridiculous that having an opinion makes you get backlash, right? Like it's supposed to be, you know, the perfect way of what this, if you're going to have only two parties, 50% of the country is Republicans, 50% of the country is Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is certain demographics watch certain and listen to certain things, therefore, and those people have certain views. So this discussion thing, you can't talk about certain things if you're on a certain side of the in a certain profession because you are
censored.
Yeah, basically.
So shout out to our last episode. And speaking of demographics that listen to certain things, who do we want to give a shout out to? The Panama thing?
Panorama City?
Panorama City. Where's that?
And I think it's in LA. I think it was like a small little thing in LA, I believe. Let me look it up again. Yeah, so we
Law Confidential.
You guys are the real ones.
La Nor.
Yeah, it's a neighborhood in Los Angeles. Oh, seems like it's got good restaurants.
Guys, in Panorama City,
we love you.
We love you and your restaurants.
We love you and you're important to us.
Wow. You be careful when you say things that sound sarcastic. The things that we're... Nico's giving me such a sarcastic look.
You're not important to us now.
Anyway.
Come on, guys. Come on, other cities. Beat Panorama City.
Speaking of Trump, demographics, and Kanye, shout out. It's like a checklist.
Yeah.
Make sure the shout out. So I totally agree. People need to think of I for one, which you make fun of, just simply my ideas that come through my skull out my mouth. Because there's nothing in there like a brain, right? He's giving me a weird look. I pride myself in being an independent thinker. And I remember
Right.
plenty of times, you know, through multiple, for Bush, even though I was younger, Obama,
Bam.
Trump, you know, so they do good and bad things, and you have to be able to not criticize, but be able to independently think of what is good and what is bad in what is happening, regardless of how you feel about other things. There's an emotionality, an irrational. So I would think about the idea of rationality and logic. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out to logic.
You got to remain anonymous. Shout out.
What's the Tarantino thing?
Shout out.
Shout out to Quentin, but who?
What do you mean?
Logic's Tarantino thing. You don't know the album. The album is like
I don't remember
something
his album
Tarantino.
names.
Anyway. What was I talking about?
Logical thought.
Oh yeah. So there's rational and logical. So, and maybe that's not the right words, but sometimes things are logical, but they are not rational. That's usually when you say something like a dictator was a great leader, right? It's not rational. It's not rational in the sense like he was a dictator that killed lots of people, but it's logical in the sense that you need to look at what's going on and see it from a perspective of like you need to take your ego out of the equation and judge the situation dispassionately, to quote N from James Bond.
Lame. Yeah,
but sometimes there's I'll cut you off, bitch. There's sometimes where rational thought is more important. No. Well, if something is rational but not logical, and that's when you react. You react to something because you're like, "Oh, this is wrong. This is just a terrible thing." Especially with Trump, it's like, "Oh, he's stupid." And if you think logically, it doesn't. And okay, maybe I'm getting my synonyms messed up, but remember the Virgin Island things? The president of the Virgin Islands?
Or wasn't it Taiwan or something? Oh no, you were talking about the thing where he said the president of the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he is. And people went off on that. And there's a certain point, like, yeah, make fun of him. But there's a certain point that they took it as an example of what
I think people. Yeah, the thing is, what is it? Fundamental attribution error, where you're saying he has a character flaw rather than just a oh, he made a mistake. Like, oh, I mean, totally roast him for that, but like totally
make fun of it.
Like laugh together. I think a big problem with Trump, of course, is that he doesn't really take jokes in stride. He kind of like really he fights back, and like there's something to that, but at the same time, it's like. It also attracts that kind of, yeah, he's an idiot. Yeah. Where if he defends his actions, it's maybe he should defend. He doesn't want to admit he made a mistake because it does make him seem weak. I guess there's quotation marks.
You can't see him, but he's quoting.
But you have to understand, like, he did make a mistake, and it's like I wish he was a little bit more open to it. But a lot of presidents aren't that open to mistakes. They kind of just like walk away. Like a lot of politicians in general, they make a mistake and they're like, yeah. So yeah, but like I mean, it's hilarious. It's like, oh, the president of Virgin Islands. Yeah, he was talking to himself on the phone.
Yeah, but don't do the fundamental attribution error thing, right? How do I like one thing? It could have happened to Bush. I'm pretty sure Bushisms exist, right? Bushisms. I can't remember them. And maybe Clintisms. That sounds weird. But Obama, he what did he do? He said several things in the same light where he said the president of Canada. He said the president of Canada. He said the wrong number of states.
51, right?
It wasn't 50. It was like 57. 50. Maybe he was counting the other things, but
he was counting.
I thought he was off. Oh, and he said a sentence and he used a word wrong. I forgot what the word was, but he used a word wrong, and you don't go into it. You understand what's going on, and people do this. Imagine if we found out that Trump was dyslexic, then all those people making fun of him would suddenly be like, you might want to tighten that.
You guys can't see what's happening here, but
things are loosening.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Errors.
What was I saying? Damn it, Nico.
David,
Fucked me up. Oh shit.
Well, I'll
if
segue
he was
off.
if he was dyslexic, right? Suddenly, the PC, it would be all PC, and of course, what would happen? Fox News. Sorry. Republicans would jump on it like crazy, right? Like, you guys always talk about being PC, but look at that. What you did? He was dyslexic, and you were making fun of him, right? And then the Democrats would say something back, and then it'd be a bunch of bullshit, and then we'd move on, just like Puerto Rico.
This seems like a lot of political discussion, especially on Trump. People don't even like really talk about what his policies are, and some of them aren't that great in my opinion. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about discussion. So like people are like, yep, he says bigly. Oh, man, wow. I mean, like people make up words all the time. Like that man Shakespeare literally was like freehanding a whole language on his own. Like the guy,
you came up with 1,000 words.
You know, you gotta wonder. Like I always think, I was like, oh man, Shakespeare's amazing. It's like, yeah, but you gotta wonder. At the time, did they even know what the hell they were listening to? They were like,
I think they knew because even if the word was made up, they understood the context and the meaning of the word. Like
But it definitely wasn't made for like the common man. It was made for those aristocrats kind of people who could, the people who could afford to.
I definitely.
Except he didn't write any of them. It's all of his ghostwriter. Confirmed. Sorry, we're not doing conspiracy.
Oh, what's the thing you're not allowed to do? Google. You can't say Googling or Facebooking. You can't use it as a verb, right?
Archer,
I'm gonna use it as an adjective.
Lana, I'm a verb now.
You're a Facebooking idiot. Sorry.
Shout out Mark Zuckerberg. Sorry for the last episode. sorry for the last episode. So like, why can't, it's almost like it's really annoying to look at political discussion because it's like there's no there's like the debates are just a joke. They're not really there for them to debate. They're there to show off. I believe most of the presidents, I don't know, I want to say it's 6-2 ever since they had debates where people had on TV. So I want to say most of them have been 6'2" or over. I don't know if I can, maybe at least 6 foot or over. So like if people don't even really care about what they're saying, they vote sometimes based off appearance only. And it's like, I mean,
he's so hot. I'm voting for him.
I mean, people say the whole debate, they're always like, oh yeah, Trump just kept interrupting Hillary Clinton. But like nobody freaking brings up the fact that Hillary Clinton was like basically not even answering the question. She was like dodging and weaving through.
Just like a woman.
Just like a woman would. Yeah, no.
Just kidding. Although,
should she be allowed to speak? No. No, that's ridiculous. But it's all, and also they people like segue. It's like, oh, it's because she's a woman that Trump interrupted her. Like, okay, this is Donald Trump.
I would interrupt her. No. Wait, but not as a woman. But I would interrupt Trump too.
No, but the thing is that Trump interrupts everybody.
Just like I interrupt
It's actually kind of ridiculous, but like you can see the other debates that he did. He interrupts people. It's his thing. It's like, but
what he does.
It's weird. It's once you do something against somebody that's a minority, it's all of a sudden, oh yeah, it's all because.
Are you saying woman or a minority? Well, they are in politics, but is that what you're saying?
That's what I meant in politics. Yeah. No, they are a minority in the world.
That's how we think.
Sometimes, how people act. I mean, geez.
Anyway, I say anyway, like I'm discrediting.
And it matter. The whole time it's like Hillary could be our first female president. Like, I don't care, freaking female I want a first good president.
Wow, that is a statement right there.
No, I'm not saying all these other presidents were garbage, but I want a president that for the majority their actions are good. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, it's hard to really decide if the majority, because all you need is like they make so many decisions in their lifetime. So like, I just want a president that can help our country grow and become better, and help I would also like to help the world as well, like because I feel like America has a responsibility to be the best because we are the best. So we are the best, so we must do the best.
Right. To make sure people remember that we are.
You cannot forget the name. I think America should actually place American flags in every country. Just to show them who's boss.
Right next to every single other flag.
Right next to every capital, just in front, inside the president's office or the leader's office. Just our flag in the middle of the room.
Right in front of his desk.
Or it's
make sure it's visible from his desk.
So he remembers who's boss.
Exactly.
No? Okay.
Or no.
This is
top
some
of his desk.
talk.
The top of his desk is like an American flag.
There's some low-key
Every time
Nazi
you-
talk right now. Like, I want to conquer every country with a
What?
flag in there.
Why is that Nazi talk? That could be English talk, man.
Actually, oh man, I remember I showed you
Soviet talk.
that one meme with the freaking Poland, the brief history of Poland. It's like Jack Sparrow running away and like all these other people chasing after. It's like the other Nazi Germany.
People know your memes. What level is that meme?
That's a level. That's a probably early level meme.
Okay.
I feel like most
I
of
got
them-
it.
Yeah, so everybody knows there's like level 8 tier memes. See, that's where political discussion is now done today. The real political discussion
Through
is done through
memes.
memes. I mean, honestly,
It's
by the
kind of
time
like the new political sketches.
I feel like by the time us millennials get to like presidential thing, it's gonna be like whoever has the best and dankest memes wins.
Mhm.
And I feel like that might be better. And although people are saying, "Whoa, what memes aren't that great?" Memes, to be honest, they're like political cartoons of the past. They're just they're ridiculous sometimes. Like I mean, like there's that one with like Lord Farquaad. It's just like the fuzzy image, and it was just E, and then that was all it was. Just, that was all.
What is the meaning? behind
But
this?
like some of the things are like, oh, they have jokes show you like a kind of like you joke about something like maybe somebody's mistake, and then you realize maybe, oh, that person's mistake may have not been a mistake or something like that. Like maybe that slip up right there. Like some like guys like, yeah, we should eradicate all the no, I don't mean eradicate, we should all be friend. And it's like, was that a slip up? Do you really mix befriend and
Freudian slip.
the Freudian
Was
slip?
that a normal slip or a Freudian?
Was that is that low key?
So it wasn't a meme, but I remember like there was that thing. What was it? Shit. The video with the Falklands Islands with the British.
Oh,
It's
that
like,
one.
I have the Falklands. When did this happen? Oh, I just assumed.
No, it was
those
like,
were-
what are these troops doing out in the middle of the ocean? Well, that's the Falklands and the. Yeah, I just assumed they were Moine. Like there was
I
what's it
just
called?
assumed.
World Powers. Oh, a British man plays Risk, I think. So if you want to look that up, if anybody wants to look it up, it's actually pretty hilarious. But yeah, I mean, it's political discussion doesn't really the saying it's like, oh, all political discussion. I'm just saying, like when I'm going to college right now, so I'm signing up for classes. Okay, I avoided certain things that I thought, oh, people are gonna have some really strong opinions here, and although it'd be kind of interesting, it's like at the same time, I'm not trying to like it's a smaller college, so like I might have I'm not about to have this like everybody roast my ass like because of one opinion, because some people get really strong in there, and just by having a different opinion by them, they might ostracize you. And that's what we started off, the demographic thing. You want to be a actor, and all of a sudden you're a Republican. There are Republican actors, we all know, like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of the world, the of the world.
How many of them?
He's actually of the universe.
Yes,
Yes.
because he is Mr. Universe. The
Chuck
one and only.
Norris. You mean nobody makes fun of him though for being Republican, because that would be a mistake.
What is Mark Wahlberg? Oh yeah, shout out,
A criminal.
shout out. That is. Why would you do that? Shout out and then call out his past mistakes.
No, that doesn't.
Damn it.
See, but here's the thing:
Boston has forgiven.
people bring it up now, like, oh, I know he's an actual criminal. Like, oh, so now he's a criminal just because you freaking learned it. Like, once you commit a crime in your life, you're immediately a criminal for life. That's who you are.
Oh, and everything you knew about a person gets called into question or whatever.
Has he been a psychopath this whole time?
Everybody's like, oh, I remember.
Stop jingling the things.
Well, the fucking thing is not. It's falling. The microphone is falling, people.
Stop having so much gravity.
Wow, that is
Wow.
rude.
Rude dude. Rude dude and the mean dude.
What was I saying?
Oh, a mean dude with a rude dude.
Okay, so
Oh, Carl Frederick Gauss, mathematician. Oh, that's an interesting guy. Sorry, it was this Google thing.
what the fuck are you doing?
I was on Google. Shout out.
Oh yeah, so the OJ.